Hello, Leo. Welcome to my channel, Live Life in Tarot. Thank you for being here. So glad you could make it. I hope you are all doing well. These messages are for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter sign placements. Leo, we're going to take a look at what messages need to come through for you for the period of May 16 to May 31st, 2020. Now, Leo, originally I was shuffling on camera, recording a message, and something went wrong where the recording stopped. And so now I have to re-record. I'm keeping the spread because this is the energy that came through. But I feel like with that having happened, you know that there's planetary energies that are going in retrograde, have begun to be in retrograde, as a matter of fact. But also, I feel like, Leo, that there was something that you are either trying to do or that you have tried to do, that something went wrong or didn't come together as you expected or didn't come together at all, but something has held you up, or you're not able to progress or go any further. So let's get into your messages, Leo. Now, Leo, you have as your focus evaluation. It's a 30, which breaks down to a 3. So with evaluation here, I feel that you are very focused on considering your plans, considering the things that you're dealing with, that's going on around you, that's influencing you and your circumstances. With it being a 30 breaking down to a 3, that's like an Empress energy. So for some of you, Leo, you're dealing with a mother figure or someone that is the mother of your children, perhaps. But also, this is a focus on your creativity, your ability to see productivity with your initial actions, to see progress, to see success. This is a focus with the Empress energy on perhaps evaluating what it is that you are trying to create. Now, some of you may be evaluating something that has already transpired or evaluating how to move forward. But with it breaking down to a 3, this is also talking about being mindful of your own expression, but also being open to being receptive to the expression of others. Now, also, others could be at play or involved here, or there may be some external factors. There may be some risk here. I also feel that there's a focus on the possibilities of something, or you feel that you're at the threshold of something, or there's something that you are nurturing or trying to nurture here. Now, at the bottom, we do have empathy, which is a 71 breaking down to an 8. Can you see that? Empathy. So whatever you're evaluating here, Leo, there's a need for you to have some compassion or empathy, or perhaps you are wanting compassion or empathy from who you are dealing with or involved with. I feel like with that 71 breaking down to an 8, there's a need to be strong, but I also feel that there's a need for some of you to have some quiet strength about a situation, to do things from a place of balance. Some of you, there may be a need for you to try to have some self-restraint, because that's like the strength card with it breaking down to an 8. That's 71 breaking down to an 8. There may be a need to have some self-control. There may be a problem you're trying to dissolve, or something you see as a problem. There may be something going on where there is some dissatisfaction on your part, or perhaps with someone you're dealing with, or there may be something going on with your efforts where there's some sort of restriction. Perhaps you are dealing with a response that you've received, or someone's dealing with a response, your response to them. But this is saying that empathy is key here, or empathy is important here, or you're being asked to have empathy, or you are showing empathy, or someone is doing this towards you. Now, the overall energy that is surrounding you, Leo, is that you do have the Tower and you do have this Nine of Swords. So for some of you, there's a Scorpio that is the focus for you, Leo. But with this Tower here, there's some uncomfortability that is happening here. For some of you, you're dealing with a shakeup or some sort of sudden change or drastic change. For some of you, something is happening all of a sudden. For some of you, there's a focus on home. But there's this worry, there's this concern, there's this anxiety that you're experiencing with this uncomfortable change or the shakeup, or something that's causing you irritability, or that's causing some sort of adversity, or you see as an adversity. Some of you are experiencing a Tower moment with what you are having anxiety about, where there may be some overthinking here. Now, for some of you, I do feel that you get an epiphany with something, a situation, or with the communication, that it's uncomfortable for you, but upon evaluating it, you do gain the epiphany despite your concerns, your doubts, your anxiety towards it. And so your energy and attitude, Leo, is you have the Two of Cups and the Four of Wands, and they're both in the upright position. So with this Two of Cups, your energy and attitude is that you want to have harmony, you want to have agreement, you want to have partnership, you want to have success and completion in doing so. For some of you, there's a connection you want to heal. For some of you, there's a connection that you're focused on that has to do with home or family, that either you want to receive agreement or you are being asked to agree. But this is saying that you are going into partnership and agreement as it has to do with family, or you are looking to receive that. You do want to have harmony, or you are seeing this matter as something that you are deciding to have emotional balance towards, because you gain the epiphany that there are greater concerns that need to be addressed for the sake of having stability in the home or to do with family. For some of you, there is a focus on a connection where marriage is on the table, or there is a marriage, where there's a focus on union or coming into union. Now, for some of you, you get an epiphany about this relationship that is causing you anxiety, or for some of you, it relieves it. But whatever is going on here, there's a measure of uncomfortableness and anxiety here, where there's a need for you to really evaluate this well and have empathy. It's like there's a need to be operating from your heart space. Now, in the recent past, you do have the High Priestess and the World. So, Leo, for some of you, there was a Pisces or Cancer individual involved, with the world here, you may have been involved with a fixed sign such as a Libra, Scorpio, Taurus, or another Leo, or this is you. And so in the recent past, for some of you, you're tapped into your intuition about a matter that you allowed to come to a close because you followed your intuition. For others of you, you gained enlightenment about something that you wanted to attain or get completion with. And you were able to achieve what you wanted here. It's like in the recent past, there was a focus on having peace and harmony here. Now, for some of you, this high priestess in the world is talking about in the recent past, you didn't know how to complete something. For others of you in the recent past, you gain enlightenment with the matter. And after evaluating it, you allowed this matter to come to a close because that was the more successful conclusion at the time. For some of you, it's a mystery to you how to get completion or success with something that you want to attain or achieve. And so at present, you do have the Five of Pentacles with the Ace of Swords. So with this Five of Pentacles at present for you, Leo, I feel that you were dealing with feeling out in the cold or experiencing some sort of lack around some sort of communication, but at present you're recovering from, or you are becoming replenished due to you getting clarity, or after you get past or move through the lack or the perceived loss of what you were dealing with. You're recovering. Where you are no longer out in the cold, or you're coming out from feeling like you're out in the cold, or that you were put out because you gain that clarity, you gain that truth, you gain that communication. For others of you, you are focusing on how you can recover in a situation where you felt put out or at a loss, and you are focusing on coming up with that truth, that communication, that clarity to get that breakthrough to recover. Now, for some of you, this is concerning money or work, but with the Pentacles energy, this really has to do with whatever you are focused on in a real way. Now, in the future, you do have, Leo, the Seven of Pentacles and this Three of Cups. So the Seven of Pentacles and this Three of Cups, there's that three-party energy playing out here in the future. So I feel like with the Seven of Pentacles, there's some waiting. You're waiting to reconnect. You're waiting to come together. You are evaluating how you can reconnect or come together, evaluating how you can get success, cooperation, and harmony with others, with what you want to be able to come together about. This may be about you reuniting with someone, waiting to reunite. But the Seven of Pentacles is an energy where you want to put in the energy and effort. You want to tend to this. Okay? The Three of Cups is talking about celebration, socializing. So you may be waiting or evaluating how you can go about getting cooperation and support, or how you can go about reconnecting or reuniting or coming together in the future. You want to work on this. You're concerned. Now, another thing with that Seven of Pentacles and Three of Cups I'm getting, for some of you, you are evaluating, as it has to do with your collaboration with others, be it friends or family, where there may be a focus on um, how to tend to money or responsibilities or relationships to ensure harmony, maintain stability, and success in those connections. Your concern is the Two of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. So you're concerned with how to balance and work on what you're wanting to build or create here, perhaps with others or around money or with work. And so you may be juggling with this, or you may be in two minds about something. There may be a concern about, adapting or change, or what it is that you want to work on or create here. You could be concerned that what it is that is changing or being worked on, or that is part of this uh, perhaps collaborative with others, or even to do with external factors, you may be concerned about being at a loss here, or the situation lacking in some way for you. You may be concerned about whether or not you can change this. Again, with the Two of Pentacles and Three of Pentacles, this could be a concern around work or your money. But again, anything to do with your focus in a real way, where you're evaluating and there's either a need for empathy, or perhaps someone is lacking empathy, or there's a lack of empathy in the situation. I also feel that for some of you, it's like you realize there's a need for you to have empathy in a situation, because there are a lot of issues around the situation that need to be considered. However uncomfortable. Your challenge here is the Ace of Pentacles and the Four of Swords in reverse. So you have a challenge with how do you come up with a new practical approach, or how do you gain what you want? You are restless with something. You're restless about something you want to gain. There's something. The challenge here is that there's something. Oh, this is in reverse. My bad. Maybe there's something here for you, Leo, where you were trying to um, do or get done, and there's like it's my bad, it's your bad, that what you're looking to try to do, um, there's a need for you to have more empathy towards the situation, that this is not something that you can only look at logically. It's not a clear-cut matter. There may be a need for some compassion. Perhaps you feel that someone is lacking empathy towards you. But with this Ace of Pentacles in reverse and this Four of Swords in reverse here, Leo, the challenge is you're having a problem gaining what you want here, and you're restless about it. So it's like, how do you gain what you want? How do you bring something new into form that you don't seem to be able to take a step back from, or that is still on your mind because there's some restlessness here? And so what that tells me is that whatever you are dealing with, there's an air of a temporary setback or disappointment or breakdown in communication, because there's a lot of air energy here. And I do feel that this is, as it has to do with you dealing with others, and maybe external factors are coming into play too, but it's getting in the way of what you want to gain here, what you, something new you want to establish, and you're restless about it. Again, this could be about money or work, but this is something that is of value to you. Your likely outcome here is you do have this Two of Swords in reverse with the Seven of Cups. I feel that this is about a decision that's being made. It's like there's a decision here. Either a decision is being made to see what the options are with the Seven of Cups, or you are experiencing some confusion about a decision that has been made with this Two of Swords in reverse. I feel like for some of you, you're trying to go back to the drawing board and see what else is possible here. I also feel that the outcome here is that you make a decision, and the question is, are you making the best decision possible? Because with this Two of Swords here, your feelings are at play, but there may be a focus on relationship. Well, there is a focus on relationship. We got that Two of Cups here. Um, on the Seven of Cups here, there could be some wishful thinking here. But it's like there's a decision that's been made, or you're going back to the drawing board about a decision that was made, where there is either some confusion, perhaps there may be a need for you to make sure that when you evaluate and consider here, that you're thinking clearly, and that of the options or the choice that you make, is it the best one? And are you coming from a space of empathy? Or is there confusion on your end about whether or not you're receiving empathy about this situation? So let's look a little more closely. Spirit, please clarify this Two of Swords in reverse and the Seven of Cups. What is this Two of Swords in reverse and the Seven of Cups that is the outcome for Leo? Clarify the Two of Swords in reverse and the Seven of Cups, please. Thank you. King of Wands with the Ten of Pentacles beneath. So for some of you, this is a focus on money. For others of you, this is a focus on home and family. This is a focus on your stability or you maintaining something. For some of you, this is about you wanting to establish something, okay? Or you are trying to secure something here. Where with this King of Wands, you're looking at how to achieve this. My concern here with this particular King of Wands, even though it's in the upright, this King of Wands looks devilish, right? So Are you only focused on making a decision for what's best for you, or is there a need for you to make a decision for that requires empathy or evaluation involving others? With this King of Wands here, this is like, being very determined and focused on achieving what you want in a situation. Now, the King of Wands in the upright is also someone who's very passionate, has a lot of will and drive, um, a lot of charisma. This is someone who's very focused and determined. It is in the upright. So you or who you're dealing with could be well meaning, but to what extent? Remember to evaluate the situation thoroughly and show empathy here. Be mindful of what you want to achieve, because whatever decision that's being made, or that you may be going back to the drawing board about a decision, be mindful of any illusions or confusion on making the wrong choice, or being more open to making sure the decision that's made is the best one, and perhaps for more than just yourself. So let's pull an additional guidance card to close these messages out. Spirit, what is the guidance for Leo, May 16 to May 31st, 2020? Can we have some guidance, please, for Leo? I just got to say, even with this King of Wands in the upright, this is someone who's very assertive and very persistent, but with that devilish quality there, I just feel like there's an air of manipulation. Now, this is either on your part or perhaps with someone that you're dealing with. And there's a lot of flame here. So make sure the choice that you make doesn't destroy everything. Remember, we do have the Tower as the overall energy, or destroy what you are valuing or that is of a concern. What is the guidance for the Leos, please? Can we have guidance for Leo? Spirit? Can we have guidance for the Leos? Thank you. Identify change. Identify change. Identify one small change that you've been postponing that would improve your life. This could be anything from cleaning a drawer to getting a new hairstyle. Change symbolically can be frightening. Your goal is to recognize that you postpone even small, insignificant changes because intuitively you know that they can ignite powerful ones. Identify change. I feel that what this is saying is, Leo, you know when something needs to change, but also it's important to know what needs to change and what doesn't need to change. It's important to identify change as it relates to what's involved, because you got all these flowers here. And so I feel like for some of you, you have an issue with change, whether it is that something is changing on you suddenly, or you're not able to change it. But the question is this change needed? Is this change best? Identify the reason and the purpose for that change so that things can blossom. This may be asking you to change, or for you to show empathy to a change that is happening that you may not necessarily be open to or want, but you know whether or not this is something that needs to happen, whether it's right now or not right now. Identify what's really around that change, and is it right and good? And I feel that you will see that it will be with these flowers, or you being able to unlock for yourself the ability to change or go with the flow. I feel like this is about going with the flow. So identify change. I hope these messages help. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, Leo.